Could you be happy in a relationship if the sex was horrible? Explain.
Say it, Keita. I am gonna tell the truth. I was in a relationship for a minute, and we weren't sexually compatible. And I tried. I really tried. I was like, well, you know, he take out the trash on time. He has good credit, but it didn't work out. It didn't.
Okay, why do you think it didn't work out? Is it that your bond within that relationship, that intimacy that could create like that pairing, it didn't happen because maybe while you were having sex, it just was nothing there?
Well, he had a very small penis, and that's okay. But the motion of the ocean wasn't there either, because I heard somebody say, well, it's not the size of the boat. Well, it wasn't there either emotionally, so.
Sounds like body shaming to me, but.
I'm a body shamer.
It really do. I want you boys to know, nobody chose this. It's like, they just slapped it on him and he just out here.
Do you think women up front with their husbands or significant others about whether they're being satisfied in the bedroom or not?
No, I don't think they do that either, because the same thing. I mean, if a man was straight up, I think it would be more devastating. I mean, if she could be straight up, then he could be straight up, and I don't think they really want that. They just want to keep that mask. And like, hey, look, baby, you tell me it's good, I'm gonna tell you it's good.
Men don't be trying to hear that. No, that would hurt a man's ego so bad. That would hurt a man's ego so bad. And I really like this guy. I thought I would go somewhere, and I just, he was so upset at me and so like offended and was like aggressive towards me for like 2 weeks. Like I was scared to say anything else about what could have been done better. But a lot of guys, I don't think, just because I can't even tell you that I really love my job when I'm finna quit. So what makes you think I'm gonna be telling you about something that's structured? Like, this is a big part of your ego. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to hurt his ego, because I see how men react when their egos are hurt.
Are we talking about sex?
Yeah, I think his ego be hurt if you
don't even know if they're getting good sex from a man or not.
I think if she fights,
experience, y'all too experienced. That's the problem.
Wait,
yeah, that's
what was that?
Your ladies are too experienced. You shouldn't even know if the sex is good.
You can tell by how it feels. What do you mean you should know if sex is good? Like, I'm confused.
You should be able to, you should just say, I don't like sex. You shouldn't be able to know if it's good sex or bad sex.
I should feel good the same way you feel. If you don't nut, if you don't come, you're going to consider that bad sex.
Well, ma'am, I don't think you're listening to what I'm saying.
So you're telling me just because you don't know the experience of coming, that
so
you don't know.
So now he's saying you shouldn't have anything to comparatively analyze it against. That was his point.
Don't compare. It has nothing to do with comparison.
Yeah, you do.
No, it doesn't. It has nothing to do with comparison. It has nothing to do.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you gave me some watermelon, and I hate using this because we're colored, but okay, fuck it.
Damn, bro.
Okay, we black, whatever you want to call it. If you gave me some watermelon, and I took a bite out of it, motherfucker, oh, this is some bad watermelon. Wouldn't that mean that I've had some watermelon previous?
That's because you said some bad watermelon. But if it tastes nasty, it's just nasty. It's just nasty. Say if I never have watermelon before, and I ate the watermelon and I said it's nasty, in order for me to think it's bad, I had to have had it before.
Yes. You could just say, I don't like it.
That's
Guess
not
what?
true.
No. You would say, if you had some watermelon, right, and it was nasty, you would just say watermelon is nasty.
Right. You wouldn't say this is some bad watermelon. I said to you, in order to know that you have bad sex, you have to know what good sex is. See, if all you ever had was bad sex, you would just say,
Will, there's a such thing as masturbation. So if you can't even do what I can do for myself, it's bad sex, bro. What are you talking about?
Okay,
you don't have to have experience in something that much to say if it's bad or not.
No. Let's do this.
Have bad sex. What are you talking about? And I can say a watermelon is nasty without tasting that watermelon before.
Right. So you just went on the record. I'm glad you did that. You masturbated. I didn't say you did. You said
get to know your body first.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so let me ask you this. Have you ever had a masturbation session where that wasn't all that good this time? Did you ever have that feeling?
No, I learned my
so
body.
It's always been A1 every time.
So I'm
gonna be honest. Listen. I'm gonna be honest with one thing. No, but I am going to be honest with one thing. Not to get too personal or deep, but with fingering, I didn't understand where the clit was inside, so I didn't understand the enjoyments of that. But when I figured out where the clit was positioned, then yes. But at first, no, it was.
Did you enjoy it even though you didn't? Did you enjoy it even though you didn't know?
No, I didn't. That's why I stopped masturbating in that manner. Like, I'm like, this don't work. This ain't nothing. Like, I didn't like it. Like, no, it wasn't doing anything. Like what other women was saying it was doing for them, it wasn't doing for me. Like, it wasn't giving at all.
Here's a great question for you, Di. Have you ever breathed some bad oxygen?
Can somebody else say
whoa. Have you ever breathed some bad oxygen?
I'm done. I think we should. It's been a lot of me talking. I think we should share the panel. Let's share the panel. Because he's just making the same analogy in a different way. I could be in a room full of bad oxygen and coughing my ass off and still know it's bad oxygen without knowing what good oxygen is.
Let me ask you this, Guy. Have you ever? I'm not gonna say the word.
You was breathing.
I don't know why y'all think that.
What makes her think she was coughing off of oxygen? Whatever she was breathing wasn't oxygen.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Have you ever smoked? Have you ever smoked?
Let's get back to this man.
Have you ever smoked some? Have you ever smoked?
Black women.
Let's go ahead and
like gold diggers, because he got 1,000 out of the millions that was in here. Let's
go to show. We got a couple. Because
that's what the publicized on me.
Don't you hear JR talking?
I'm trying to mute. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to mute. Boy, y'all got all over the place, man. Hot and ready. Go ahead, Ninja. Ninja folks.
All right. So to answer the question involving why a lot of us women are argumentative and aggressive and very combative and psychologically competitive with men as well as the men toward the women, vice versa. A lot of people are not going to like what I'm going to say. A lot of people are going to speculate of what I'm going to say. But none of us on this panel, let alone in real life, have cared to observe certain things surrounding the story of Eris, how she dropped the golden apple of discord and how it led to war. But we are so concerned about marriage. See, that story in Greco-Roman mythology taught us about the origins of vanity surrounding whether a person is high value or a person is low value. It used to be the fact that we could be talking about wealth in our own private homes surrounding marriages. Now, when we speak about whether we high value or low value, we end up at risk for criminal activity. But a lot of us deny that, and we disagree with that ourselves. We never care to take a look in the mirror. Same thing surrounding how one person said, and I'm not going to bring her name up, and another person said, I'm not going to bring his name up. So the same thing with one person said, well, women are this, that, and the third as leaders. And another person said, man is the leader and blah, blah, blah. That came from the story of the first said wife and the poison of God. None of y'all notice that we're all talking about the same book of Enoch when we're psychologically talking about debates over who's the better gender in marriage, in relationships, in this word called courtship. In my generation, if you said the word courtship, guess what? You get jumped. People will fight you. In my generation, if you said high value woman, you a high value woman or a high value man, guess what? A lot of them will be like, "Oh, let's go rob that person. Let's go rob that ninja."
So your name is it Ninja, folks?
It's Nigel.
Nigel, I'm sorry.
I'm so lost, ma'am. I have no idea what you're talking about. And maybe I'm just slow and dumb, but I have no idea what you're talking about.